Yo, what is up? I am Omega, and this is Diverse Clarity. This is where we have those thought-provoking conversations about things that matter and some that don't. And of course, as always, I'm here with my man, my co-host, Mr. John D.
What up, though? I'm in the building. Holla at your boy.
What's good, man?
Living life like I was told that I always do. I said I was going to switch it up and went right back to my program of...
What did you switch up?
I was supposed to switch up.
You want to do it again?
No, this is cool.
No,
this is natural.
Let's do it again. You ready?
No, what you doing? No,
we're going to do it again. Yo, what's up? No? You don't want to do it?
No, I'm good, brother.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because we want to get it right. If you switching up the program.
No, I was thinking that to prevent people from mocking me, that I was going to add some...
Who's mocking you?
Yeah, I don't know. Some really close people of my life.
Who would be mocking you?
I don't know. Same people that mock you.
What are you talking about? I'm saying, like, because if
Okay.
Because when I hold my fist like this and I'm looking at the mic as if my eyes are crossed, I really mean what's coming out this time.
I did for real. Hey, when you see that means listen.
We do this. This is the thought process. Man, those of y'all that are listening to the podcast, you can't see this, but this is the.
I don't do that anymore. I've changed.
I can't get the.
Hey.
No.
Yeah.
That ain't it?
It's all good, man.
Yo, what is up? I'm Omega. This is Diverse Clarity, and I'm here with my man, Mr. John D.
In the building.
Yeah?
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm good.
How was your week? I didn't even mean it. But were you productive?
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm mad because this is another day, another episode where we are recording 2 hours after we've arrived at the studio.
When you have good conversation
about things that matter
and some that don't, but we normally off camera, our conversations are all that matters.
Sometimes I want them on camera.
They'll get it when they're supposed to. The universe will work for them when it comes. How about this?
Y'all could sit. That's what we need to do.
What's that?
Selectively, maybe invite a couple people to be in the studio and watch us live.
Okay.
Very selectively.
I'll leave that to you so I can get an idea.
Background checks. Background
COVID checks.
COVID tests.
Yeah.
Sanity checks. That needs to be, maybe after we do a show, we get a psychiatrist on the show.
That'll be dope.
Evaluate them prior to in these two. Make sure you good. Do it at a undisclosed location. That way they don't, they're not.
Oh yeah, they can't find. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
didn't think about all of that.
Then they show up like, I wanted to be here for the next episode, which would be great. But I don't know. I mean, I think that would be maybe
something to think about.
I think so. I mean, there's plenty of space for a peanut gallery. You know what I'm saying? They can be off over there.
That'd be interesting.
See their reactions while I think that
would give a different spin.
It's something to think about.
I'm sure we'll make it look easy.
A light catering service, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of tea. Everybody got to hold their pee.
So pretty much you're talking about
a live TV show, son.
No, you was talking about having coffee with 3 people, maybe.
You know what? I'm gonna get you know what? Look, I want to know. All right, so we're going how we get it. Let me get it on the camera. Hang on a second. So my T-shirt says, "I like coffee and maybe 3 people." I want to know, those of you that can see the shirt, what do you think that means?
I would love to see the comments.
Should we even go into what we think?
Not yet. No, because I don't want people no.
This dude.
I want look, check this out. We're going to have to promote this part. We can create a clip.
Okay.
And say comment on this and tell us what you think this is so we can talk about what we thought it meant.
Here we go.
That would be exciting.
We want to know what you think. I like coffee and maybe 3 people. Comment below.
Please.
That
would be dope. Like, I just want to see how far-fetched I was off. Then y'all.
You was way off.
I don't know. But mine was way fun.
As they say down south, you was over yonder.
Yeah, yonder.
You was over yonder. So, we talked about this the other day, as all the hoopla was going on about it or whatnot, and I want to touch on it just because I think it's how do I say this? I don't think it's important, but the overall piece of it, I don't think it's important. But there is an element of it that I'm just curious why there's so much outrage. And I'm talking about this Meghan Markle interview with Oprah. Well, let me rephrase that. Meghan Markle and what's his name? Prince. No, he's not a prince. He's a Dutch.
Her husband.
He's a Dutch. Is that what
he's in line though? He's in line. Whatever he is, he's in line.
What is it called?
I don't remember, but he's in line.
Because she's a duchess. So what's the male version of a duchess?
I don't think it normally I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what is she called?
I don't know. I'm saying, but he's in line though. He's in line to be king.
Is he?
Yeah, he's one of the ones that's in line.
Really?
But I mean, like 2 or 3 other people got to die or something.
Okay. So what is? She is a duchess. Okay. She is the Duchess of Sussex.
Okay.
That is what the internet says. So she's a duchess. So he's a Dutch?
It didn't say. I don't know.
Now I want to know because I'm not going to fact check this later because it doesn't deserve my attention.
You know, when I hear duchess, I think of people smoking.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's not he's a duke. Damn, I'm way off. She's a duchess. He's the duke. Okay. So
you were the Duke of Earl.
Hey man, this dude. What was that in? What was that in? Oh, that was in Cosby.
What's that?
The Duke of Earl.
Duke of Earl?
Yeah, remember when he was having tea with Rudy? The Duke of Earl.
Oh yeah, okay.
When he was sitting there, he was having
look.
I love the Cosby Show, man. I don't, go check out that episode.
Too.
You're back
again.
Are you back?
Yeah.
Have you watched it recently?
No, I haven't. Because I haven't thought about it. But I will watch it though. I want you to know that
you should.
Yeah.
I think everybody should.
Yeah,
because we should support Rudy and Theo and Vanessa and Sandra and definitely Elvin.
Raven Simone. That's what little girls are made of.
Raven Simone was so adorable in that show. Like, to me, I just thought she was like the sweetest little thing.
It's crazy she was acting too. It just seemed like that was like what kids are supposed to be.
She was definitely acting because Raven 2021 whatever.
Oh, she's grown now.
Yeah.
She's real grown.
But she's I don't know, man. I mean nothing bad against, but it's just a complete, I guess it was a kid. I guess that's it. We get caught up in the nostalgia and we expect things to stay the same. And, sometimes for things not to grow or whatever the case is. I'm just saying she's quite different as an adult than what I might have anticipated from seeing her grow up, seeing things like That's So Raven or, whatever the case. It's just a little bit different.
I got you.
So don't forget, those of y'all watching, please go down in the comments. We want to know, what do you think my t-shirt means? What does my t-shirt mean to you? I like coffee and maybe 3 people. What does that mean? So yeah. So back to Meghan.
Yeah.
The reason that I wanted to talk about it is because, one, I don't know much about the way that I didn't even know what the name of the guy was. He's a Duke, not a Dutch, whatever. I'm way off, and I'm so sorry for that, for those that care. But when it comes to her doing this interview along with her husband with Oprah, everybody seems to be in uproar about this. And it's almost like a 50-50. It seems that Australia is upset, parts of Canada is upset, obviously in the UK, people are upset. And you know a little bit about it, enough to where the point that I wanted to talk about, I think, can be discussed. But it's the things that she brought up, right? When she's talking about, the racism that she experienced, when she talks about the comments that were made about the baby and the baby's skin color and how the family would feel about that. and her thoughts about suicide, where she's contemplated suicide because of the things that she experienced. I'll just say my piece is I heard someone speaking about this, and I don't want to give too much information because I really don't want the person to know, that I'm referring to them, because they may come across this and it's not bad. But the person is of one of those 3 countries, or the UK is not a country, but you know what I mean. But so one of those countries or regions that I mentioned, right? Australia, Canada, UK, and they were highly upset because Meghan has come out and had this interview with Oprah, right? And it seems that they feel that she's a hypocrite. And they say that this is kind of like the idea of like a lot of people, right? What I want to focus on is victim and victim blaming, whether it's, dealing with hypocrites and whatnot. And then, of course, the racism aspect of it. So from what you know, what's your take on this?
All right. Just want to kind of give an asterisk about the information that I have. It just goes off of the show. I don't want to say the name of the show, but it's a show that's really good. It gives you a different perspective of how they actually operated. And I was told that the royal family approved this show. So the way that I hear it, it's really difficult to be in the royal family. A lot of people think that the royal family is easy because they see the glitz and glamour of it all. So that's what the perception of they want people to think. They're like, they are, they're bots. Like really, like they
program.
Oh my God.
Programming.
Like Queen Elizabeth has the most difficult job in the world today with the way that social media is. Like,
really?
Oh my gosh. To lead a country and be called a queen, like in the times of king and queen, that's old stuff. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I believe with Meghan and her husband, they are trying to, I guess, evolve into whatever is going to come out. And there's people that's traditional and want the king and queen of England and the perspective of the royal family should look a certain type of way. And what you don't understand, that I learned when I watched the show, that they have responsibilities that they can't really have opinions. You know how hard it is not to have an opinion? They're supposed to just be silent. Like, it is so crazy. Like,
maybe they should leave and go to Canada if that's not the life they want to live.
No.
I don't feel sorry for them for that.
You don't.
And that's not, I really don't want to go into like the family and like what they, honestly, I could care less and feel how you feel, watching, listening, whatever. It means nothing to me because it's not a part of where I'm from. It doesn't affect my day-to-day living. I don't live in the UK, nor Australia, nor Canada, or
you don't think it's interesting though?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't. But that's why I said like the areas of it that caught my, okay, I'm gonna tell you. So the thing that killed me was when I heard this person making comments about it, right? They were saying like, of course calling her a hypocrite. And I still don't know the whole story.
Calling who a hypocrite?
Meghan, right? Okay. And so I still don't know the whole story, but like I said, these pieces of it is what interests me. And it was more so, and it can go off to another topic. It's not necessarily about the family, right? But remember how we were talking about like R. Kelly and Cosby and whatnot, and then we go into things where we talk about victim blaming, right? And the thing that I said to this person was, once they were having a conversation with someone else, and I overheard the conversation. I was in the room, right, when they had the conversation, and this person was explaining how they felt that Meghan was a hypocrite, and the hole that I see in that opinion was she never ever once mentioned in that conversation with this person that Meghan was there with her husband, because I didn't know. I didn't see the Oprah interview. I haven't seen it. I don't plan to see it. It's not, it's not on my
radar.
Yeah, it's not on my radar. Not for that. But she neglected to say, she made it sound like, for somebody who didn't know anything, she made it sound like Meghan contacted Oprah and was like, I got to talk to you, girl. You know what I mean? And had a conversation and was like, yo, this is what they doing over there, which is what she, essentially said. But the husband was right there. So whatever she did, he did. They were there together, right? It was a marriage. And both what they have and how they took it. So anyway, the way that she put it was, so there's the hypocrisy side of it, how she was saying that she didn't want to be in the limelight, or they didn't want to be in the limelight, which is why they left and they went to Canada, right? But then on the flip side, when she wants to talk about it, she's not only going public, she's going Oprah, because that's a different level of public.
Definitely.
Which I completely understand. I completely get it. But then she said something about it's like her issues. I forget how she mentioned it, but it was something about like it's how her issues are. They're the people out there with more important issues than her. Mm-hmm. And my thing with that is, this is the part where I started to like listen to the conversation, right? Okay. Again, they weren't talking to me, I'm overhearing. And so this is where I'm listening, because who are you? Anybody. Who are you to tell somebody what's an important issue when they're talking about how they are affected? And I jumped in the conversation and I said, hey, well, wait a minute. How do you know that her issue is not important? Right. And I'm asking that somebody hadn't seen it, didn't know. I'm like, how do you know her issues are not important? And she's like, she's not. It can't be. They were there. Their life is like this. They live like this. They don't have to worry about this and da-da-da. How could she have issues that are so important that she needs to go to Oprah and da-da-da? Why couldn't she just leave like they wanted to leave and go live their life and whatever? And I mean, you know, upset. Mm-hmm. I'm like, but if I said that I was broke, literal example, when I said like, if I said that I was broke and it's the first time in my life that has ever happened to me, and I tell you about it, and I tell the other person that she's talking to about it, and both of y'all have been broke 3, 4, 5 times in your life and you've bounced back from it, you may look at my situation and be like, you'll be all right. You'll dust yourself off and you'll be right back on that horse and you'll be living that life that you were in pursuit of, and it'll be 10 times better, right? Mm-hmm. And that makes sense because you've gone through it 4 times more than me. Mm-hmm. But for me, it could be the most devastating thing that I've ever experienced in my life. So who are you to say that what she was going through was not devastating? She said that she contemplated suicide. Why are we taking that lightly? And even if, and I'm gonna let you go in, I'm gonna let you give your piece, but even if what she did was hypocritical, she didn't want to be there, then she went live with it or whatever, that's a separate issue. Why are we not as outraged when it comes to what she says she experienced? Why are we not up in arms about that? And that was the pieces that caught my interest. Nothing about the hierarchy, nothing about the monarchy, nothing about who's next in line. None of that stuff I could care less about. I was just looking at how a person is being perceived in the media. And in this essence, I'm not there, but the potential for victim blaming.
Oh, I get it.
So
this is what I learned. You are not above the crown.
What you mean by that?
Queen Elizabeth is not above the crown. She has to represent a country, people. Like, her personal feelings is not above the crown. And the reason why it's hypocritical, because she went into this marriage knowing, but she didn't understand.
Meghan, yeah.
She had no idea how serious they were about, this is history. This is thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? Like, yep. So now her feelings are so much more important than the history of this country and how that's the way that some people are looking at it. Like, look, she didn't say she wanted her to kill herself or anything like that. She was like, you knew going in but nobody knows. Now these, even right. Just years, I remember we talked about it, like a brother he left the family because he wanted to love who he wanted to love. But he had to give everything up because they wanted to look a certain way. Right. So now Meghan has made her feelings above the crown. That's the reason why it's such outrage, because people look at the crown as we have presidents. Like Queen Elizabeth has been around a long time, so this is all they know. Now you're trying to diminish. It's almost like a religion. Like, this is what I grew up on, and now you're going to look, I don't need that. Like, don't be disrespecting something that I believe in. So it wasn't necessarily to her. It was about, I think she didn't know how serious this was. And now by you bringing Oprah in, and it's like, now we done made social media disrespect all of our history of what we've been trying to uphold.
Right.
That's the way I looked at it.
I get it. I mean, I can get it. I just see it as things change.
Oh no! So check this out.
No, but hang on. But like, I think things change, right? For example, and I know this has nothing to do with the families here in the UAE, right? Mm-hmm. But we know that this is a monarchy as well, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, things change. There was a point where you could barely hold hands with your significant other, even if you were married. Like, these things were frowned upon in this region.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You couldn't you couldn't cohabitate with your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, in this region. That's something that was frowned
you
upon.
still can't?
Yes, you can. The law has changed. 100% the law has changed, my brother.
Oh, I thought I thought they just didn't look for it anymore.
The law has changed.
Oh, I never knew that.
It came out.
Wow.
Yes. And
Alhamdulillah.
And this is, and I don't remember everything that's on the list. I didn't think to bring up this point, but for example, you can cohabitate with your significant other in this country now. Now, like I said, I know that has
you can't move here, can you? Though doing that, like you can't move to the country and with somebody to get.
You can cohabitate. You can get a place together.
I need you to listen to what I'm saying before you get an attitude with me.
Ain't nobody got an attitude.
It just seems like you're trying to tell me what I'm telling you. If I'm moving over here and I'm single and I got a girlfriend, that she gonna come in with me and live in this house where she's gonna get like.
Oh no. See, okay, no. The laws haven't. I'm only speaking about one particular thing, cohabitation.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Right.
Okay. But there's no law that's changed about. We're talking about visa status. Your visa status needs to be of a visa status. Now, if you and your significant other, girlfriend, less than wife, less than husband, your significant other move over here together because both of y'all got jobs over here. Sure.
No, I got that.
But no country has changed their visa status laws.
Yeah, it gets like, you know what?
I'm saying?
I get
yeah. So no.
What about same sex?
I don't know, bro. I didn't look into it. I don't know. So, but all I know is you can now cohabitate.
That's dope.
There's something that has changed about the alcohol. Purchasing the alcohol and like I think like
you don't need a license anymore,
right? So that's another piece of it. But there's a couple of things. But my only point was. My only point was things have changed, right? And that's not in the family, right? Mm-hmm. But it is something that the family has done for the people. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to run their country, their kingdom, queendom, whatever. I don't care. But all I'm saying is things change. You're right. Meghan should have done her research, okay?
She did. Oh, there's no way she got that far without doing her research. Okay. She didn't know how serious it was.
Right, and that's what I mean, the seriousness of it. If you're doing your due diligence and you skip over the seriousness of an action that you're about to, a decision you're going to make, you got more research to do.
No, I'm saying there's people directly in the family that couldn't do that research. They lived it and they was like, I can't do this. Yeah, and they left.
That's called complacency. That happens with all of us. You know what I'm saying? When you're involved in something, right? You become complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're there, you're in it every day. There are a lot of things. There's probably something that you do every day. And then like maybe we're having a conversation and then I bring up an aspect of that thing and you be like, yo, I never thought about, I do this shit all the time. You get what I'm saying? When you're in it, there's a lot of things that you miss because you're living it. If I'm explaining something to you about a computer, I might miss some steps. Because I do it so often, I forget to even tell you that that's a step, right? Okay. So when it comes to the way that family is run, I mean, I'm not trying to, but I think when you're a part of it, you forget about some things because you're there every day. You see everything happen. And like if I sent you directions on something, you'd be like, yo, man, I was trying to do the such and such. How I'm supposed to do this? And I'm like, oh, man, I forgot to tell you. I'm so used to doing it all the time. It just slipped my mind. You don't think that happens there too?
No. What I'm saying is Meghan and the brother, Queen Elizabeth's.
It don't matter.
No, well, I just want to bring context to it. Yeah, so, her father's brother that decided to go, do his thing. Like he lived in it, right? But he decided that he didn't want to do that anymore. And mind you, he can have an opinion. Like these other people, they can have opinions, but when you're in a position, certain positions, you can't stand on something that may counter the views of the family.
Okay. So my question, and then we'll leave this alone. But my question for you is: do you think that she should be drugged through the mud for voicing her opinions about, for voicing her experiences?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes. Look, check this out. You want to play another game, and you're trying to bring your rules to a new game.
You know what I think though? I say flip it, and I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll let you have the conversation. I say flip it. I get it. She should have done her research, right? She should have looked into what's going on and understood what exactly she was getting into, right? Maybe they should have did their research about her.
It was the son.
Wait. They should have thought about that before they allowed her to come in.
They've been doing it all this time.
But I'm just saying, they should have looked they should have looked at it, and they should have said, yo, we bringing this chick in. She gonna be a part of this. What if it doesn't work out?
Oh, they did. Oh, check this out. You cannot possibly think that they did not.
Great.
They knew. So they beat their heads for letting this happen.
So guess what I'm gonna say. So guess who need to shut the hell up then? Because they allowed that in.
They did.
So they accepted what it was going to be, and the consequences related to. It sounds
like you're standing on Meghan's side. So you do have a stance.
What I think is if she experienced something.
Oh, look, I don't approve any of that.
That made her feel. Like,
I don't approve any of that.
And I don't.
She can be quiet.
And no, for whoever's listening, this is not about color. If she experienced whatever that made her feel like she wanted to take her life, sing, baby, sing.
Why can't she just go to a site? Why can't
she can do whatever she want to do because she's a grown ass woman. She can tell her story how she want to tell it. And that was something else that I said too to the person. I was like, well, she's in a different level of society, right? If I got an issue at work, I might come home and talk to you or my significant other about whatever that issue is, because that's my level. That's where I'm at. Maybe I'll go to a psychiatrist.
Okay.
I'm not saying that Meghan is right for doing this. I'm not. I think it's kind of tacky, to be honest with you, right? Because looking at what level we're at. But with respect to her being an actress and being involved in whatever, this is probably what she used to. We're talking a world of where a certain family or families will call not the TMZ, what they call the paparazzi. Hey, we're going to be at the Lenox Mall if you guys want to come there and get some shots. This is what families do. This is the world the level that they're operating on. If I call the paparazzi right now, was like, John D and I are going to be over at Yaz Mall on Yaz Island, they'll be like, who the fuck is this? You get what I'm saying?
People know who you.
Nobody know. But you get what I'm saying, though, right? We operate at a different level, and I'm not saying that she's right. I think I'll go on record and say I think it's tacky. I think that she could have done it a better way. But now that it's out, it's like it's almost like the Black Lives Matter stuff. And again, it's not about the color. Just an example of the action, right? People might not approve of the way that some people associated with Black Lives Matter carry out their voice towards the issue. Mm-hmm. But does that mean that the issue is not important?
No.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole thing I'm just saying is you can't take your rules into a new game.
This is a new game, though.
No, I'm talking about what she did.
Yeah.
She thought she used her American rules and her American privilege she took those.
You said she can't do it, or she should not have done it because she sure as hell did it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Like, she sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't playing fair. That's not right. She knew all of this stuff. Look, check this out.
I agree. I said it's tacky.
I know. So I'm saying, like, I don't want anybody to think that the way she was treated was acceptable. But if she had
allegedly.
Look,
we have to be honest.
Well, I totally believe her, but there's no reason for her to lie about that.
But we're on a public platform. We don't want to blame somebody for something. The way that she allegedly was cheated.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So allegedly, the way that she was treated. Right.
But this is what I'm going to tell you. Whoever her family is knew that this was possible.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the problem?
Hey, bro.
You can't possibly think that my kids could come home with a white person and I'm going to be like, look, I'm going to give them the low. And she's famous. Like, you can't. Yeah. And you're talking about the royal family, the whitest family in the world. And you're telling me that they don't have these people that have these thoughts or these traditional values. Like, you know what it is.
Right.
So why did she think she could change the rules? And look, maybe it's the time, like you said, things have to change. And maybe this is like blowing it up in the inside.
I would add to that question. Why does she think she could change the rules without repercussions?
What makes you think she's?
But I'm just saying. But like
she had to know that this was going to happen,
and maybe that's why she did it. Maybe that's why.
That's
she did
dope.
It
you know
way.
what? If she did that because of that, and not because you making it seem like because her feelings got hurt,
right?
It's a bigger cause. I'm 100% on board.
Right.
Like, because I don't believe in treating anybody wrong.
Agreed.
But I do believe in playing. You gonna play their rules. It better mean something. It can't be no like my feelings was hurt. It's got to be like I'm trying to change a culture.
Well, let's change the conversation from London to Zamunda. Coming to America too.
No,
I guess it's the royal themed freaking show. Without even trying. I didn't even try to do that.
I love the show. Look, check this out.
Uh-oh.
I loved it on probably all the reasons why people didn't like it. And
Coming to America.
Yes.
Part 2.
Yes, I loved it.
The one that just came out.
For sure. And guess what? You're on the other side too. You didn't like it. So let me hear why. Maybe I can understand. Maybe you could tell me something that
No, I'd really like to hear why you love it. Because
you're gonna hear that, but I think I asked you first. Shout out.
I asked you. I started the conversation. I did the transition.
Yeah, but you didn't ask the question. I said, "Oh, I loved it." You didn't even ask the question. Okay. So yeah, come on, tell me why you didn't like it.
It didn't capture me. I paused it while watching it. I started doing other stuff. I was sweeping. Like, I think I seasoned some chicken. Like, I took out the trash. I came back. I played it a little more. Like, I was disengaged.
What was your expectation? That's what I should have asked.
For it to be good.
Like, what does good look like? Oh yeah, the weight of the word.
I don't exactly.
So what does good look like?
I honestly, as you know, a lot of the times majority of the time, I don't even like to watch movies with trailers. Now, Coming to America is different. We all know. We grew up with it, right? And it's like, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time, by the way. So, but it's like, I didn't expect it to be good, to be honest with you. So my expectations, if there was a level, if there was a bar, it was already low, if not non-existent. Because I'm just like, some stuff just don't need to be touched. That's how I felt from the beginning. The moment that I heard they were coming out with a sequel, I was like, oh, here we go. So maybe that's a part of it. Maybe that's a part of why I was like, but I did go into it because I wasn't even expecting. I honestly forgot about it. That's how much I didn't even care about the release because it changed a couple of times, the date. And then I was going through what I go through to look at, whatever. And I was like, oh, snap. Yo, I'm going to watch this. And so I put it on. And then as I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, all right. I didn't like the fact that they did so many. It's like they didn't even have enough content to just keep it that movie. Now, how many flashbacks are you going to do back to the original movie? Like, it seemed like to me there was just a lot of those, right? The flashback. But I will say this, not all bad. My favorite part of the movie was the barbershop. The barbershop is like, that is classic to me, right? In my mind, I'm telling myself the jokes and the things they said from the first one while I'm watching this one. And this was the soup joke.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, yeah, that should be its own show. The barbershop, that should be its own thing.
Oh, they did. No. Or you want the same actors? What? You want? No, they did. The barbershop, they created a movie, Barbershop, that's kind of like based off
That's Ice Cube.
No, I'm just saying, I thought that's what you like.
No. I mean, those characters in Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall need to do a show those like characters and put them in a TV show. Bruh, that would be fire. That was the best thing about it.
For who?
I would love it.
Yeah, I know. For who?
For me. We'll put it on the Miancore Productions YouTube.
Hey, we'll get all the hits.
Hey, man, I'm saying I think it would be interesting, even if it was just like a little sketch comedy. I get you. No, man.
I get they work well together with those characters.
Yes, they do. And to me, it was just funny. But like, I felt the story was kind of weak. I felt it was. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have any expectations, but when I fell into it, when I saw it, because it literally happened like that. Like, woke up, was doing things, started looking for something to watch, was like, oh snap, I'm surprised, let's watch this. And then I ended up cleaning and doing other things. I finished the movie. It didn't grab me. and it made me think more about the first movie because it kept flashing back to the other movie. And I was just like, I don't know. But your
expectation of the movie was, I guess, was too important to me. I didn't have any expectation. I thought it was going to be horrible, but I was so excited about seeing what they were going to do with it. I got to see some of the funniest black people all in one movie. I saw from the the very beginning. So I'm looking at old black actors that don't get these opportunities anymore, that is going to come in and they're going to get another paycheck from being in the old movie. I was just looking at transactions of how young talent and old talent are still working together. I looked at it as they showed in the movie where we can change the rules and not go by what we were taught, because he was living by his father's rule that women can't be strong. He showed a way where black women can lead a country if they're supported. And you know what I'm saying? It was just, I just looked at it. It was so many different people in that movie that I would have never been able to see it without seeing multiple movies all in one movie. And the reminder of the old movie says it's going to cause people to go back and watch the other one where they can. I was just looking at transactions for black people to get money, and you saw them all in one. So me trying to look and pick it apart, it wasn't my goal. And when I say that, the only time I make it my goal if I anticipate the movie to be good. If I expect the movie to be good, I'm going in to pick it apart so I can see if it deserved my time. Because I want to tell people, the movie wasn't good, it didn't deserve my time. But I wanted to go enjoy this movie. And when I say enjoy, it had nothing to do with how the writing was. Of course, I could have talked about it, but I just looked at the fruits of it. And like I said, Rodney Perry was in that movie. Rodney Perry is my guy. He was in Coming to America. And I'm like, wow, I'm this close. And I know that Rick Ross, he was in the movie and it was filmed at his house. So I'm just watching all these transactions of black people getting money. So I was just trying to enjoy the bigger picture, not my own personal preference. You know what? You took an hour and a half of my time and I just knew that this storyline was going to be better. So I don't give black movies that criticism from me when it looks like that.
I hear what you're saying, and for the record, because I don't want to make it seem like that's not something that I appreciate. Obviously.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That's what made it easier for me to not hate it.
But out of everything that you said, you talked about what it looked like the networking was. What it looked like pulling somebody that was in it before was. What it looked like about helping black people get a check and how we incorporated what we do today. Right. Mm-hmm. I don't hear nothing what you saying, yo, that one scene, remember when they was inside of McDowell's and blah, blah, blah. And remember when the one dude did the such as, you ain't said nothing like that.
That's why I said the expectation of what we
So when I talk about the movie, did I enjoy the movie? I'm not talking about the checks that were signed and the agreements that were put together and who was put on a contract and whose house they filmed it in. No, I'm talking about, was it entertaining? When I sat down to watch it, was I laughing my ass off? Did I want to watch it again? Was I sending out messages saying, yo, if you ain't seen this, you need to get up on it? I still tell people about Coming to America, the original, today as if it came out last weekend, last summer, or whatever. You ain't seen. Imagine if I told you right now, let's forget Coming to America 2 ain't out, and I said, yo, have you seen Coming to America? And you'd be like, what? Coming to America, you know Eddie Murphy, he playing all the parts. He got, dog, you got him. Are you gonna say that about this movie 5 years from now?
I don't say that about any movie anymore. Okay. Look, can you tell me? That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. What level of expectation? Why?
But I said I didn't have any expectation.
All right, but it still failed it.
Exactly.
So
which makes it even worse for me to go into a movie with no expectations. So check this out.
So that's what I'm saying. How can all of those other things? I told you, if I was gonna go in and look at this movie like the old movie, I'm looking to be hurt. And I wasn't looking for that. So I decided to use other things to make me feel like I'm going to appreciate it more than knock it down.
So it sounds like as you watched the movie, you felt what I felt. It's like, it wasn't that good. What can I find about this movie to make
I already no. I never went in. No, you missed the whole point. I went in the movie already.
I'm not.
I just no. You just told me I went through the movie doing that. No, I went in doing that already. Like before I got to the movie, I was just like.
But what is that? Okay, I understand what you're saying, but what does that have to do about the movie being good?
It's hard to follow up Coming to America. You already trying to make it look like just something like this.
Right.
That was ahead of its time. Like
right, okay.
So that was a hard movie to follow. But I'm just I couldn't help but look at the other stuff because you can't follow that.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's still I still think it could have been good. It wasn't. I don't even think it was good.
I liked it.
I know.
I like the way they did Black Women.
And I said from the beginning, you saying it like it's brand new. I said from the very beginning, I wasn't expecting it to be bad. Coming to America,
and
is
it still hurt your feelings.
But it's just like, but the way that you telling me and the way that it's playing back in my head is like, you know, it wasn't that great.
It wasn't.
And so
the writing,
and so you said,
writing could have been better,
right? But you said so.
But there's so many other things that was good.
Focus on all the other things. Okay.
So when you go see movies, you only care about the writing.
If I'm watching a movie for the entertainment, now we both know that I do photography and video production, whatever. So yeah, we were just talking last night about stuff. I pay attention to how stuff is done, how it's created. We were talking about syncing voices and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So you know this. I definitely pay attention, but that's when I'm watching the movie for a different.
That's what I was asking you. What
I was watching the movie to be entertained. It's Coming to America.
Well, I was entertained by the people who was in it, the number of people that were in it.
Right, but that has nothing to do with was it good. We can put
to me. That's a part of my good.
I mean, just because
would you watch how many movies?
A name was in it.
How many movies would you watch just freelance without knowing somebody in it?
That's what I do.
Oh yeah, that's crazy to me. That's wasting my time.
I don't even. But like
somebody has to put me on it. Or I'm not gonna just go watch a movie with somebody I don't know because I don't want to waste my time. So you would have to tell me.
No, I do that though. I don't even like to watch trailers. Honest. Even if I watch a TV show, I hate watching when they be like last week on such and such. I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying? Or even if they not like that, not the last week, but when they do the prelude into that episode.
Oh,
right?
at the end?
No, in the beginning. Yeah. At the end. Thank you. Yeah. So when they do the prelude, I'm like, no, turn it off. I don't want to see it because I want to be surprised. I want to fall into the trap of the director and the producers and what they put forward. You see what I'm saying? So I'm with you. I think it's great that so many people were employed by the movie, that contracts were done, and you know, and black people were able to make black money in this movie.
They gave shout out for the black queen at the end.
I think it's amazing.
That was the writing.
I think it's amazing. But when I watched the movie, it wasn't that good.
I liked it.
It wasn't that good.
I'll watch it again. I'm watching 2 times.
You're gonna watch it again?
For you.
Wow.
Yep. I am. I can tell you what I didn't like about it though.
I'm gonna ask Amazon for my money back.
I can be honest and tell you what I didn't like.
Nah, I'm playing.
I didn't like the lead actor.
The boy?
Because I just didn't like his role. I liked him, but I didn't like his role in it. He shouldn't have been Akeem's son. Like his acting wasn't bad to me, but I just didn't like him for that role. It could have been somebody else.
Right.
But I think that's probably the prepping for the next up and coming guy.
Who would you have put in the role?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I don't want to leave anybody out because there's some beautiful talent out there that could have been dope. I thought the new daughter, it's Wesley Snipes' daughter. I can't think of her name. What is her name? You know,
Tiana Taylor?
Yeah, Tiana. Like, I think she's bigger than that role.
Oh, she is.
That's what I'm saying. So, but that's what that's what made me think. Like, I was like, so she understands the significance of her just participating in this movie.
No, now that I think is beautiful, right?
So that's the type of thing that I thought about. I was like, they got her like this,
right? Okay, but that's different though. Like,
well, that's how I appreciated it more.
But you get what I'm saying? Though? Like,
I do get what you're saying.
That's different. It is a beautiful thing that people was like, I just wanted to be a part of the movie, right? I just want to be a part of this piece of history.
Yeah,
this is a classic that. I mean, if you had a high top fade or the salt and pepper hairdo, like this was something that was key in your life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like moving forward. And for somebody, for what, 30 years at least that passed, to still be, man, it weighs heavy. So somebody to be like, hell, if I would have had an opportunity to be a part of it, I would have done it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, for that point.
But do you think
But going back to watch it, it's just like,
I know, because to me, I think you put the expectation of it higher than you want to admit.
no, because I knew it wasn't gonna.
I know, but it still hurt your feelings, and that hurts mine. It hurts mine.
Yo.
I'm like, gosh, I'm trying to pull out everything for you to be like, well, it wasn't that bad.
I do agree with you. But it wasn't that great. You're gonna watch it 2 more times to try to convince yourself. That's
Oh
what
no! Look, I want you to check this out. I think you know.
Oh my god!
I will double down on some stuff.
Oh, I know.
But no, I didn't have a problem with the movie. I even, you know what, Wesley Snipes, he showed me a different, like, I don't know, I guess I got to look at different people in roles. I'm like, wow. Like even Arsenio and Eddie Murphy, I was like, wow, they still got it. Like if somebody's writing, but I think they can act still.
Yeah, they can still.
That's what I'm saying. So I could watch them. And I was, you know who I really liked to see in there?
The comedian, the woman from Saturday Night Live.
No, I was about to say,
What's her name?
the dude from the barbershop, man, because
Barbershop. Which one?
yeah.
What's the girl name from Saturday Night Live?
You talking about the dark skinned lady?
Yeah,
the mother?
the mama, yeah.
I don't know her name.
Oh my god!
You know what? Stop doing that to me.
What?
Because these people, when they watch it, we're like, man, he don't even know who I am. Like I do know who you are.
No, you don't.
I do. Like,
you don't know.
gosh, it hurts. I don't know.
Least no.
I won't. Even if you say it, I probably won't know it.
What is her name?
So please forgive me.
Oh my god, I can't think.
No, I was about to say the dude in the barbershop, because I heard he was not doing well. It's Eddie Murphy's best friend.
Who is that?
The white haired dude.
I like that boy good. That boy good.
Him. That's Eddie Murphy's best friend in real life.
Which one?
That boy good. Section chocolate. He's like in the crowd of the only barber that says that.
Oh, with the chicken wing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Eddie Murphy's
the
best
only
friend.
one that's not them.
Yeah.
In the barbershop. Yeah. Okay. Because I thought she was about to say somebody else, and I'm like, you know, that's Eddie Murphy, right?
No, you stupid. No. I know who I'm talking about.
Imagine if that would have been the time that you would have realized that. I'm like, you know that
You so
is Eddie
stupid.
Murphy, right?
You so stupid.
Imagine. Let's pretend.
That would be embarrassing. Like cut.
All right, look, I'm gonna ask you something to do. We gonna break out because it just reminded me of something where I had a revelation like that. Right? Okay, I'm gonna just ask the question straight out. And I'm gonna try not to be biased in my words when I ask the question. Right? So you answer straight. Sesame Street. All right.
Okay.
The character Big Bird.
Yeah.
Is Big Bird a boy or a girl?
Non-binary. Ain't that like where you don't trying to decide?
I'm asking the question.
Like, why do we have to determine if it has a sex?
Oh Lord.
You know who you talking to, the habitual thought challenger.
But as the way that Sesame Street
I always thought it was a boy. I always thought it was a boy. If you want me to be honest.
Okay. I used to think it was a girl.
Why? I would have never thought it was a girl.
Really?
Never.
Well, I didn't figure that out till I was like, I was old.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, what? I was like, Big Bird's a boy.
I was just being, oh my gosh, you did. Oh, I can't
did, bro. And I was like, no, all these years I thought.
You're the first person I've ever heard this.
I was really hoping you was going to point to one of the other dudes in the barbershop and be like, that's Eddie Murphy's best friend. You know that's Eddie Murphy, right?
I'm talking about Eddie Murphy's real life best friend. I know it's not Eddie Murphy. And you trying to pull a Big Bird moment on me. Look. This is who I have to work with. He wants to embarrass me on television. Big Bird's a girl.
Wow, man. A whole royal episode in a way, kind of. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Though. I like that.
Yeah, for sure. But listen, any final words for the people?
No, just make today better than yesterday, and don't worry about nothing you can't control.
For sure. I like that. I'll leave that as it is. Yeah, make sure that you guys are paying attention, because we will be dropping Diverse Clarity Q&A, and it's basically just going to be us having questions that we've received, right? DM, comments, whatever. People that we talk to, and they're like, yo, why don't you talk about this? And it might not be something that we want to do an entire episode about, or a majority of episode about right now, but we definitely can provide an answer for it. So Q&A, it'll be on the YouTube page, youtube.com/Miancore, MIANCORE. And that's where you can find it. And it's exclusively there for the moment. If that changes, we'll let you know. And that's it, right? It's my man, John D. I am Omega, and this is Diverse Clarity. This is where we have those thought-provoking conversations about things that matter and some that don't. We'll catch you next episode.
Boom.